Welcome back to the news, and it says Nigerians call out Fani Kayode for describing late Abba Kyari as his friend. In the latest statement by Fani Kayode on his Twitter account earlier today, he described late Abba Kyari as his friend for 40 years. According to him, Fani Kayode, he went to Cambridge with late Abba Kyari, and they both worked at Femi's father's law firm. Femi Kayode also claimed that they both remained friends until Abba Kyari died. Abba Kyari's death was announced in the early hours of today. He went into isolation and started receiving treatment since late March 2020. He was reported to be receiving treatment under an undisclosed location in Lagos State. Unfortunately, he died of complications from the COVID-19 infection. It is not a hidden fact that Abba Kyari and Femi Kayode always disagreed on every political matter. Femi Kayode is well known for standing against most of Abba Kyari's political opinions. It was a great surprise for most Twitter users that Kayode came out this morning to describe late Abba Kyari as his friend for 40 years. Some Twitter users were of the opinion that if they were friends, they wouldn't have disagreed on every political matter. I mean, that doesn't really make sense. If you're friends with somebody, you don't have to agree with their views 100%. What are your thoughts concerning Femi Kayode's claim that late Abba Kyari was a friend of his until death? I mean, a lot of people have replied, especially on Twitter, and somebody says, your silence would have been more honorable, sir. Someone says, there's time you have to speak the truth you always knew but covered all along, the time of death. 18 people have died so far in Nigeria over COVID-19. One person died yesterday and everyone is saying moan. They all mad. I mean, honestly, because he's in a high power, and obviously if you're in a high power, you're probably enjoying, and the more you're in power, the more people, the civilians are suffering every single day and dying of hunger. So it's more of as much as he shouldn't wish death on anybody, his death is bringing peace to a lot of people, because as he's in power and how corrupt the government is, it shows that, with him gone and him ruling everyone, it shows that people really, really care about their own state of welfare. And if they keep being corrupt, and him being alive will mean that he's going to be in the office, it means that people are going to suffer the more. I mean, is it guaranteed that after his death that a lot of politicians will change their ways? You can't really say so. Somebody says, the canonization of Abba Kyari has started, though not from the usual suspects yet. Somebody says, I'm sure you'll write a lengthy eulogy when the mannequin dies too. Thank God I stopped following any one individual in this country. Chief, you cannot be a two-headed snake. Stay in one lane. You can't be here and there simultaneously. It says, many Nigerians said, oh, so true. Politicians can lie, especially when it comes to death. Hope this brings change to our health system. Many Nigerians celebrated the death of Abacha. Nigerians mourned the death of Musa Yar'Adua. Well, a lot of people have even said that having different views with someone does not make the person your enemy unless you're mentally sick. Somebody says, reading through the brief history, no one can fault Fani Kayode on this. Rather, we should praise him for separating friendship from politics. A lot of people would have used the opportunity to join the government, which he did not do. Somebody says, game of politics, no permanent enemy. They are all the same. Somebody says, nothing is wrong with Femi's post on Kyari. So what are your opinions? Please put them in the comment section, and do not forget to like and subscribe.